obviously my dad made a sustainable living, Uncle Jim. He worked with Uncle Jim.
Mm.
He had an alias. He was working
She
two
was there for the
jobs.
bag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was working two jobs. One with his original name for with the council ever, and then he had an alias called Zachary.
Yeah, respect the
Uh,
name.
Zachary, and that's what he used to like work underground jobs, whatever part-time jobs he could get. He had a fake
Mm.
French passport.
Mm.
Um, and that was the name he was using when he was working with like Uncle Jim and that.
Mm.
And then he hit the massive lick. He managed to bag like 400K with Uncle Jim. God no, I can't remember. It was generators. It was generators. Something to do with No, 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 not generators. Sorry, something to do. I remember explaining it where this guy he was about to go bankrupt, and then
Yeah.
they like
Oh, this
faked.
guy just scored their own goal, man.
They like
Oh,
planned to fake rob him. So the guy that owned the company was on it. So they like robbed him, and then he could claim insurance, and then we got what we robbed. You get what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they bagged 400K, and then it was kind of hot for him. So Uncle Jim was like, "Bro, get the fuck out of here." Dad gets the first flight to Tanzania. We're still living in Royston, chilling. Sends money here and there. Mum was a bit hectic, can't lie, going out clubbing and shit, drinking, smoking.
In Glasgow.
Yeah, she used to like dump us in. Obviously, we had
Yeah.
good times. She used to go and do us. Am I host? Yeah. She used to dump us in her friend's house and like for a
Yeah.
weekend go to London or God knows what city. And that's when I used to get abused by some random
Yeah, I
fuck 'em, man.
remember it.
And then
It's a
2009,
weird brother.
huh?
Weird brother, man. Why is he abusing kids? What benefit do you get?
He was just he really played games, because he took that role as a father figure for me. He was always giving me advice, being there, blah blah blah. And I was there majority of the time anyway, because like literally straight after school, I guess my mom would be out and she'd like, "We can't stay home alone, so go stay with these guys." And they were like a group of, so there was one, two, three, four children, let's say, or five, three, four children plus two mothers, two fathers, and then that uncle. The uncle's the one that abused me. So there was
Mm.
obviously bare people to look after us, feed us if we needed food. It wasn't like I was still being fed. I was still laughing. I was still giggling. There was
Mm.
still so many funny moments I can remember. Lit times to be honest. But
What's
just
the guy up to now? What's he do?
oh
You
God
know?
knows, may God bless him honestly.
What's
But
his
when
name?
uh, when we came back to Glasgow with my dad, I visited him and then he apologized to me secretly. He like took me to the side.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
What
took
did he
me to the
say?
side, and bro, they downgraded. I mean, I don't want to say I was happy to see that's what they were doing, like that's their state of life. But he got what he deserved.
Wait, how did he like apologize?
He just took me to the side and just like, "I'm sorry for what I done. I was fucked up in the head. I was sick." He used the word sick.
Was he Scottish? Where's
No,
he
no, no,
from?
they're Algerian.
Well, when was this? When did he apologize?
When we came, so like 2013, 2012, 2014.
Bro knows he was what decade? How old is he? Is he
Whoa,
old or
some granddad, mate. 40s.
is he old?
Like he visibly looks old, yeah.
Grew
Missing
up
teeth. That's how old.
a decade, man.
But yeah, 2009, dad literally kidnaps us. We go live in Tanzania, I studied P2, P3, P4, I think, or P3, P4. One of the
Usually your
two.
dad gave you an option to go back to
Yeah,
Glasgow or
that's
stay in
later. That's
Tanzania.
later. Listen, listen, listen. So we study those years, and then we live one full year in Morocco, literally doing nothing. We never studied, we never.
Why'd you do that?
Just because my dad had worked there, innit? He worked for the Moroccan king or something like that, I don't know. So obviously, man's making bread. He doesn't care about fucking P2, P3, mate.
Mm.
And then we come back to Tanzania. Yeah, yeah, we come back to Tanzania and I study like P4, P5. No, 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 P3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We come back to Tanzania and I study P3, and then I remember I missed P4, No, no, I was supposed to be P4, yeah, and then that's when, yeah, P3, he gives us the option, do you want to go live a life in Glasgow, start there, blah, 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 or you want to continue living here? Me and Ahmed were like, say nothing, man. Glasgow, we
Why
know
did
the
you go
country.
Glasgow?
We just because we're familiar. We're still. I mean, we were cool in Tanzania. Wallahi, we had friends. We had my best childhood I've ever experienced, better than Glasgow. Cannot lie to you, was Tanzania. We had some lit times, lit friends, bike rides. Oof, all of it, bro. All of it. Going like trips, everything. It was very active childhood, honestly. But we're familiar with Glasgow now. We know the people, we know the language, we know the country. I'm just looking at from that. Obviously, I'm speaking with more waffle now, but
Come on, you fucked up by coming to Glasgow.
no, it was minor. It was minor. And because my dad's not trying to be paying 3,000 per term, so he was like, if you guys do want to go Glasgow, it helps me. Shit's free over there.
Mm.
So yeah, we go to Glasgow. We stayed with someone called that auntie. Remember that auntie I was talking about that I
Yeah,
used to live with in primary?
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
her mother
You
literally gave us
hated
her place.
her.
The
You
the
hated
auntie's
her
mother,
son.
yeah, yeah, fuck that son. The auntie's mother literally gave us her whole house, bro. We stayed there
Yeah.
because our dad knew them in Tanzania, innit?
Mm.
My dad's mom was like really like the top dog of Tanzania, so everyone that was Tanzanian that lived in Glasgow was like, yeah, of course we're gonna help you out.
Mm.
So we stayed in her house. We seeked we went to the council, whatever. We said we're homeless, we're struggling. My dad was pimped out, by the way. Like, homie was dripped out. He had a BMW, but in front of the system, he was homeless. So they
Mm.
gave him that place, Cedar Street.
Mm.
Stayed there. I missed P4. I was meant to when I came into Oak Grove. This was the Oak Grove experience. I remember it so vividly. Me, my brother, no, me, my stepmom, and my dad. We walk into the school. Literally, just walk in. I don't even think we had an appointment. I don't think so. Anyway, we walk in. We say hi. This guy would like to go to school. And then they were like, okay, sign here, sign here. You can start tomorrow. We just need to give you a uniform. We can start tomorrow. Boom, literally just like that. Next day, I was in school. I was meant to be in P4, and I literally remember my dad messing up. He was like, no, 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 this one. And then I get into P5, bump into you
Mm.
lot. Dad had
You made me
something.
there before.
Yeah, I was meant to be in P4, bro, because I never done P4.
Mm. Yeah.
I was meant to be in P4, but I mean, age wise, I was meant to obviously be in P5. That's sort of my right age group, but
Mm.
logically P4. And then my dad had some trouble in Morocco. Goes there, gets stuck, passport taken off him, goes prison, stuck there for 4 years, deep, right?
Prison.
Yeah, it wasn't serious. He was there for like 14 days, just
Oh,
woman
he in
drama.
prison
Him
for
and his
four
woman,
years.
bro.
Huh?
Honestly, him and his woman. If that guy never had women in his life, he'd be a fucking the goat.
Mm.
Honestly, a woman fucked him a lot, man. Every single issue I've ever heard has involved a woman. Anyways, we go. He's stuck in Morocco for 4 years. We live with that auntie, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. You know the rest, kind of.
Mm. Man, you should have stayed in Tanzania.
Nah, I made the right choices, can't lie.
Fuck
No
those people.
regrets. Things could have been way
How?
better. Like if that man was patterned, never had no trouble with women. Whoa,
Mm.
we'd still probably be living in Cedar Street. We'd probably own it. Yeah, all my
Especially.
days. Yeah, I remember my dad saying I was so close to paying off. I was so close to getting a British passport for you guys. I was close to paying off that house. Gonna live in Cedar Street forever. But then obviously all of that happened. He had to do what he had to do.
Two things can destroy a man: women and alcohol.
A woman and what?
Alcohol.
Trust. So crazy, you know. Because we were fine, and it was that stepmom, the girl with the blonde hair. What happened? The trouble was that he was stuck for 4 years. Is my dad had a Porsche. It was gifted to him by the king or whatever, the government in Morocco. They gifted him a Porsche. He's absolutely head over heels over money. So my dad wanted to sell the Porsche, better investments in it. He could like invest it. It was basically free money. Why not
Mm.
sell the Porsche? I could get like a BMW and invest in like a company or more
Yeah.
cars. That's what he done actually. He invested in more cars, made a car rental company. Still there in Tanzania, still there in Morocco. He wants us to go there and take it over. That's another hunk of money there, sitting 300k worth, literally just sitting there rotting. So she wanted the car. She made a massive fuss and bus. In Morocco, bro, you can literally just walk in and waffle, and they'll believe you if you're a woman in it.
Mm.
So all of that happened. Homie got stuck, and they took his
What the
passport.
hell is she
So
gonna do with a Porsche, bro?
it's just
That's
the status. It's just status. She was the touch because she was already driving the Porsche like while he was in Glasgow. She left earlier. I'm pretty sure. I remember. I remember being a phase where she wasn't there in Glasgow. So I'm pretty sure she left to go back to Morocco, and then the Porsche was there. You know, life was good, chilling, and then he wanted obviously better investments. Got and the guy as well. I can't lie. He goes about things wrong. So
mm.
I'm not gonna say like the guy's the best guy in the world. Like my dad is a little fuck about. Can't lie. So yeah, he gets he goes to prison. So when he's in prison, obviously passport gets taken, and when he got released, they never gave all his documents back until those 4 years later. Like I'm pretty sure they said to him, "You have to make up for it. So do this, do this, do this, and then we'll give you your shit back."
Or like community work.
No, no, no. Just like working with the.
Mm.
I visited him when during those 4 years. I remember I went to Morocco. I visited him. Homie was living life. Had like that car company going. Like the BMW, wow, that was the best BMW I've ever seen, man. Like, homie was living it still. He made the
Mm.
best of every situation he could, you know. Did he? He could have avoided the situation, yes, by miles. But you know, it still worked out for him. I'm clear. No, I'm not.
We've lost.
No, no, no. I'm clear. No, we lost. Back out. And then yeah, while he was stuck in those 4 years, P6, P7. Remember in like P6, I left to go
Mm.
to Morocco.
Did you?
Remember, bro, I was away for a bit and then I came. No, no, P5, I think, and then I came back in P6.
I
Bro,
think I remember.
I literally remember walking in and the first time seeing Miss McCloskey. I had this like cool bag and shit, looking
Miss
like some top
McCluskey.
G.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when I went and visited my dad. And then P7, I stayed there the whole of P6, whole of P7 in Glasgow, so 2 years, I guess. And then first year, we go to my dad. Remember, I came late first year.
Did
You
you?
you must 100% remember that. Come on.
Don't remember that, bro.
Remember, we went
Bro, that's
through
what I'm telling you.
induction.
I wasn't alive back then, bro. I just spawned. I spawned a few years ago.
Bro, come on. Remember induction days with like FIFA, frying
Bro,
pan.
I remember
Remember we went
induction
science
days
center
when.
induction day, and me,
Yeah, I
you,
remember that,
Seifa,
bro.
we were
I
in the
remember. Listen,
bus.
listen, 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 listen. I remember induction day. You came to my house because you didn't know the way to Hellhead.
Hillhead, yes, I remember that very vividly. Yes, yes.
You had a subway before
hmm
to get food. And then yeah, induction day. What? And then you weren't there for the actual first year, but
Yeah, so I went through that induction day, and then my dad was like, "Come see me." We go, we see him, and then that's us planning our escape to leave the auntie, because she wasn't gonna give us up easily. You know, we were paying for everything for her. We were paying for her food, her kids. You know, she upgraded in life. I mean, she downgraded in life when we left, so we're 100% helping her some way. So she didn't wanna just give us up. Then we go, we see him. He says, "I'll sort something out." We come back to Glasgow, and then that's when I stayed in town.
why did you
That's when
want
I,
to escape from?
because we weren't living well, you know. Like she was
Mm.
hogging money, and the living conditions weren't good. The school, I mean, the house was far away from the school.
Yeah.
So many things, and then my dad just didn't like her, shit like that, you know.
Mm.
And then
So
I
you
actually
used to
remember
tell
her, bro.
me.
She's a bitch. One time we went shopping, like me, her kids. Ahmed wasn't there. I don't know where he was. Me, her kids, just us four. She had two kids, herself, me, and she literally pulls out, bro, this fat stack of peas. I think like roughly a couple hundred quid, can't lie. She pulls it out and she said, "This is your uncle." Saying to her kids, she said, "Your uncle gave us this, so say thank you to him." And then she called him and said, "Thank you," and it was her brother, and her brother's a bum, so you know it was 100% not from him.
Mm.
So I no, I just made I don't know if it's 100%, but I just added it up in my head, you know. Now, 2 plus 2 is 4, you know.
What? She said
So we
that your dad's
escaped.
money was her brother's. Well, bitch.
We escaped in it, and then when we came back, that's when I lived in town. I wasn't really close with you like that. I started hanging around with like William, Demi, and you know
Yeah.
why I did that,
Whereabouts in
bro?
town did you hang about? Did you
You know Marriott Hotel,
Yeah.
right beside it, to the right of it. If you're looking at Marriott head on, to the right of it, there's this flat.
Was it good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't horrible. It could have, everything could have been better. Like we
Mm.
had to install the Wi-Fi because the guy never had no Wi-Fi. He was a freshie, bro. We never even spoke to him properly because he was an Arab,
Was
freshie.
the landlord
No. Just we lived with him. It was a person we lived with.
lived
It was
with?
a one-bedroom apartment. Four people lived there. Me, Ahmed, some immigrant. He never even had a passport, and him and the immigrant lived in the living room, and then me and Ahmed stayed in the bedroom, slept together.
Mm.
And then that's why I'm so grateful for everything, bro. Like I've seen every
Mm.
possible bit of life that I think I could have experienced.
Mm.
So I'm trying to, you know, take in everything I can. And
Mm.
then what happened? What happened? Yeah, the
You say you
reason.
hang about with Damien?
Yeah. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
Oh,
why. Let me tell you why. So you know, during the induction day, me, Jamel had that thing with the Paki in that shop.
yeah.
So that was a court case that was happening and shit. And then I was telling that to my dad. I'm like, you know, I have a court case coming. I think I really have to go to Glasgow. And then he's like, no, you don't. You're okay. Blah blah blah. Uncle Jim as well. He was like, I got it covered, son. Don't worry. And then my dad like took me aside, and he was like, don't hang around with colored people in the UK. Hang around with white people. And I was like,
Yeah.
say nothing. I took that to heart, bro. I really did. You guys were still my guys, like you, Jamel, whatever. You guys were still my guys because I know who you are, and you fed me. You done everything
Mm.
for me. You were like, you, I mean, in the moment, I didn't appreciate it as much, but back then, like, if I
Mm.
wasn't with you, I don't know where I would be. You know, if I wasn't
Mm.
like, so many times I'd come up to your house, wait for my brother to come pick me up. If I
Mm.
wasn't doing that, bro, I don't know what I would be doing. Honestly, it's so
Mm.
scary to think about. But yeah, we go. I don't even know where I was, to be honest. Where did I leave off?
Your dad told you don't hang about with colored people.
Yeah, don't hang around with colored people. So I took that by word, hanged around with William and all of that. And then during induction days, I was already kind of close with Demi. Me and Demi fucked with each other for some reason. So then
Mm.
I started going to Nard a lot. And then I literally remember the day she looked at her and Patrick were going out. And I remember the
Mm.
day she literally dumped Patrick right in front of a chippy shop, in front of
Mm.
Denard. You know that chippy shop I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right there, bro. She dumped Patrick, and then Patrick smacked her chicken nuggets on the floor and then walked away. And then I'm
Mm.
pretty sure I bought her another pair of chicken nuggets, something like that. And
Yeah.
then I walk her home, and then we just never stopped talking since. And then do you not remember there was a little phase where she was obsessed with me, bro? She was wearing my jacket,
Yeah.
everything. Like, whoa. That's when I was like, nah, this is the one. God knows why, man. Very young, very stupid. And then I just followed her, you know, everything she done, I done, everything she wanted to do, I was on it. The people she was hanging around with, I got to know. Demi Moffat, Lindsay, Robin, all of them. Like,
Mm.
bro, I wasn't, like, when you saw me speaking to these people in school, I was with these guys for so many hours after school. See, straight after school, we'd walk, all of us, we'd walk all the way to the Nard, sit there, waffle, laugh, whatever waffle, and then I'd get the bus 61. There's it's right in front of Fairhill, there's a bus stop. Like the
Yeah,
back, the back entrance to Fairhill.
yeah,
The club, the club entrance, like that street.
yeah. Yeah, I know,
Up
I know.
up ahead, there's a bus stop. I get the 61. It takes me to town, and then I walk from Four Corners to the house,
Okay.
which is like a 5-10 minute walk.
Mm,
And then boom, that living condition wasn't the best. And then Ahmed was old enough, so we see my dad. He gives us, I guess he gave us some peas, or he gave Uncle Jim some peas or something. I think so. He gave us some peas because we managed to pay like 6 months rent in advance. That's why the landlord took us in. Because he was like, if you guys can hook up 6 months, why not? So
yeah.
we go, we pattern the house, we pattern Bentinck Street, that's where I live now, KG. We patterned that. Ahmed was 17 at the time, bless him, honestly. Some massive, massive leap. He just had to go with everything, innit? Homie had
Mm.
no choice. He just had to go with it. We move in, and boom. I've been living by myself ever since, basically. Feeding for myself, learning by myself, breathing
Mm.
by myself, shitting by myself. And see, during those days, like we were staying in that town, Ahmed knew living there. Like, bro, we used to pay this little tiny box, right? The other day I went through messages and I remember, it was 2015. I was going through messages and my friend was asking me, yo, jump online. God bless him, he passed away. God bless him, man. He was asking me, jump online. And I said, bro, I can't. My conditions right now are kind of rough. And then he asks why. And then I say, there's this little machine that we have to top up every month for 10. I mean, whenever it runs out for £10, and we haven't topped it up because we don't have enough money. And it was true. Like those times we had to either Wi-Fi or food, or Wi-Fi, or like we had to sacrifice one thing for the other.
Yeah.
And then, wow, man, crazy to think about. We've actually come so far, man. And
How are we
then,
losing, by the way? I've gotten so many.
trust, man. Nah, it's because of getting bare golds, honestly. And then, yeah, the way we you're shit for that, by the way. I seen that. The way we escaped this guy, I feel really bad, right? It was just out of nowhere. Shit game, man.
Okay.
The guy we were living with in town. Yeah, God bless him, man. He's very genuine. He was Arab, very genuine man. He was Egyptian. I still have his details. I remember him texting me after. He was like, "Oh, where did you guys go?" Anyways, this is how we escaped. Uncle Jim, he's the one that planned everything. Patterned the house, everything got patterned while we were living there. We went, visited my dad, came back, lived with that guy for like a week, 2 weeks, patterned the house, and then we literally grabbed all of our stuff, left, went to the new house, and then we never seen that guy again, basically. And I remember him texting me like, "Oh, where'd you guys go?" Da da da. And then I was told to just dinghy him. And then
Mm.
after all, I'm pretty sure I still have the messages. He texted me a message saying, "I hope basically, I hope you guys do well in life. I pray for you guys, shit like that." God bless
Mm.
him, man. Then, I mean, him as well. He was robbing us apparently. Like my dad was paying like £400 every month, and it was a one bedroom. The guy was a barber as well. God bless him.
What's that? Is Uncle Jim White in it?
Yeah, white, old. He's in his 60s. Homie spent
What did
20
he do
years
to
in
it?
prison, bro. I can't fathom that, honestly.
20 years. Did he kill
20
someone?
years, yeah, he killed someone. It was on the news.
Why?
The guy was a psycho back in the day, bro. Like proper street guy, like mafia of Glasgow, basically.
Yeah, but how did you get in?
Through literally, this person still helps us. He was the one that was helping us with the house. His name is Mo. He has a shop right beside the Sainsbury's, Mo Phone Zone.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
More funds and
Yeah, it's near my house.
mm.
Anyways, yeah, he has that shop, so we were always in close distance with him. He helped us. That guy, he knew my dad. I don't know how they knew each other, and he knew Uncle Jim. No, no, he never knew Uncle Jim. He was offered that job by like one of Uncle Jim's youngers or something like that, something around those lines. I'm just trying to simplify it. Um, and then obviously my dad's a smart individual, so him and Uncle Jim, I guess, clicked instantly. Like, let's make this money, you know?
Mm.
And then boom, friends, forever friends.
What does Uncle Jim look like? Do you have a picture of him?
1 second. I have his passport. Yeah, I have his ID.
Show
I'll
me what he
send.
looks like.
I was sending peas to him. Homie needed peas. It's crazy, innit? Yeah, do you hear that? Homie needs peas. Like, this is why I believe in karma so much. I believe in God. I believe in that guy was the toppest G, right? Listen to this. Toppest G. When we were living with Auntie Halima, that auntie in primary school,
Mm.
like for a weekend or for a week, we went and stayed with him. It was like a holiday or something. We went and stayed with him. Beautiful. It was outside of Glasgow, bro. Beautiful house, beautiful
Mm.
garden, beautiful car, beautiful lifestyle, beautiful dog. Everything was perfect. Like his house, he had spare rooms. I remember going upstairs, staying in his room, man. What a G, man. All of that got dusted. He got a divorce with his wife. His wife took everything, and the guy was left to starve, man. And now
Is he
my
broke
dad's,
now?
huh?
Is he broke now?
Yeah, bro. He
Is
lives
that?
in Govan Flats, something like that.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
I don't understand that. That you divorce your wife and she takes everything. I don't get that.
Something to do with
How?
the law, bro. I don't know.
Why? What the hell? How does that make sense?
I kind
Why
of.
does she get everything?
Why does the woman get everything you're saying?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why?
It's just a thing. Like in court, do you not see so many like issues about it or people talking about it where they say like never get a divorce because she'll take everything. Like, have you not heard that
Yeah,
stereotype? Yeah.
why? Why does she take everything?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
My
No,
shit.
oh, it's because when you sign a divorce, you guys are both in an agreement that you split 50-50 of all assets between yous.
Yeah, but so why did it become so broke if we start as 50%?
I guess after such a thing, you just go downhill. Every
Mm.
man goes downhill after. I mean, except for my dad, low key. But every man goes downhill after a divorce.
You see
Every
some
man. Like I've
downhill.
I've never not heard a story where, oh, I've been divorced and then I went homeless. Like even people when have you ever seen those videos where someone's like giving money to the homeless and they ask him how'd you get here, and they say
Mm.
I got a divorce with my wife. She took everything. She took the
Yeah,
kids.
no.
Shit like that, you know.
You send them bro peace.
Yeah, we wait. I'll show you the ID after this. Yeah, he asked us to send him a grand because he had to pay off something. And obviously, my dad's like, whatever you need, I'm here.
What
And
cunt,
it's
man? The guy that killed me.
yeah,
Oh, I
same.
was 1 second away.
And he literally he has cancer now as well. God bless him, man.
Was he?
Yeah, bro.
What's his name? Jim. What's his full name?
Jim Aitken. You can probably Google his case.
Jim Aitken. I don't
Wait,
know.
wait. See the ID. There we go. The ID and passport.
Like he's bad now.
Sorry?
Like he's bad right now. Health and all that stuff.
Yeah, bro. Not doing the best. He's helping us a lot though. Like that letter I showed you up above. That's him. He just received that, took a picture, and he was like, "That's Adam done, ready to go." And then after he sent that picture, he texted my dad a little paragraph saying, "The new prime minister. I'm friends with the new prime minister, and he's a Muslim, and it seems like you guys could do so, like he can help with the kids with the trading company, whatever." I don't remember the paragraph. I'm gonna ask my dad to forward me the message so I can show you.
And so he still that guy in a way, but
No, he's always been that guy. Like he still hangs around. Like he's still that guy to everyone, but deep down, like we know his deep down issues. Like even me when I was in like living with that guy in town, that was my peak time of clothes, bro. I was wearing Stone Island, da da da. But it was one of the roughest times ever. That guy
Yeah.
still has like he sends my dad videos and shit where he goes meets his friend where this guy has some massive mansion, Rolls Royces, Range Rovers. Still that guy, still's got connections, but he's never gonna share those vulnerable moments with anyone, you know? He's never gonna
Yeah.
show people that he's low. I bet you he's probably like waffling, yeah, I still live in this address or something like that. God bless him though, man. He's helped us a lot, so much, man. Apparently, when my dad left and we were living with my mom, the people that like I guess the drug dealers and shit in Royston, they were like every single time we'd walk out, they used to keep an eye on us.
Was it?
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. My dad waffles a lot, so he might be waffling. I'm Uncle Jim's meant to be coming here, so I'm gonna ask him about all of this. I can actually have an in-depth convo with him because I'm old enough and I understand now. So I want to actually like
Mm.
ask him like, what got you in prison? You know, just like journal questions. You know, I want that guy to write a book, bro. That guy's got so many stories to tell. Honestly,
Let me search up his case. She sent me the picture. You haven't sent it.
I sent it, bro. You literally looked at it.
You haven't.
What? Is it still sending it? Whoa, my Wi-Fi is that slow.
Jim. It. Okay.
Oh, it's still sending, still sending.
Was he a rugby player?
I don't know. Something to do with a stabbing, no. I think so. My dad actually has like a thing of his case, like you know, like a article of his case. I'll try and
There
find
it
it.
is. Canada appeals against 25-year jail sentence.
Yes, yes, that's it. I'm pretty sure he only done like 18 or 20, something like that. One time, remember, oh my days, remember, oh, I mean, you won't remember, it was when, oh my days, the most stupidest shit. Listen. When it was S2 or S1, one of the two, Mr. McCabe, yeah, it was S2 when we had Mr. McCabe. Mr. McCabe wasn't in, so the substitute teacher, it was that teacher that you have now. I mean, you had in like S6 and you said she was so cool, she has specs. Your English teacher.
It's
What's,
Haslop.
sorry, say her name?
Haslop.
I think so. Miss Hislop, is that the head of year?
Yeah, it was the head of.
No, not the head. She had blonde hair, glasses.
Are you talking? No, because.
It might be Miss Hislop. Anyways, she was taking our class right in second year, and then literally, bro, I was playing with a wallah. I'm not lying. I was playing with a coin. I
Yeah, and it
roll it,
rolled. Oh,
and
Miss McGrone.
it taps her shoe. Taps.
Yeah, Miss
Wallahi,
McGrone.
taps. And then
Miss McGrone. I remember
this
this.
is
I
why it
remember.
went above and beyond. I'm so happy I remember this story because I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna watch it in 5 years and laugh. But it taps her shoe, right? And then she asks the whole class, who done this? And
Mm.
everyone knew it. I mean, not everyone, but the people around me. I was beside William, because she said pick your seats. So obviously, me and William, best friends at the time, we sit with each other. Me and William sit with each other. So William knew, and I'm pretty sure the people behind me and in front of me knew.
Mm.
She asked the class, who threw the coin? Threw! When it fucking rolled and tapped her
I
shoe, right?
remember. I remember this. I
Who
remember.
threw the coin? And then
You
niggas
told
with
me.
so many people around the class were making up waffles saying, oh, I think I saw someone throw it across this side. A whole opposite side of the class said, oh,
Mm.
I think I saw someone throw it and it flew across me and it so much waffle from everyone. We missed one period. We missed another period. And then Mr. White comes in. We missed science. I remember science. And everyone was so happy because we missed science. Because after they were like, yes, Adam, you made us miss science. We missed science. And then Mr. White says, everyone write a note. Everyone write a secret note. And
Mm.
we won't say anything. We won't do it like we won't make it public. Just one by one, put the note in, and walk away. Right?
See, it was,
I wrote the note saying it was me, but I literally tapped her shoe. And then she,
You
and then,
told the truth. You said it was me, right? But
yeah, yeah,
brother,
yeah. So
she's
I,
over again. Please believe me.
anyways, it was me in it. And then Mr. White took me aside. He was chatting to me, blah, blah, blah. Literally got sent home. And then Uncle Jim comes, picks me up because my brother's obviously still in school. And there was another guy called Vincent. He like apparently backstabbed my dad and Uncle Jim. He used to be our legal guardian in Glasgow. He used to be our legal guardian, like in the system
Mm.
in high school. So he was supposed to pick me up, but he couldn't. But Uncle Jim's Deepa, he was my legal guardian. His name was my legal guardian, but Uncle Jim's address was my address for that legal guardian. So it was trippy, honestly, very trippy. And then Uncle Jim comes, picks me up. I explain the whole situation to him, and this guy fucking pissed off at me, and he says to me, "Listen, Adam, my English is so shit in it, so I can't exactly say what he says. But he says to me, listen, Adam, never. He was basically referring to like coppers and shit like that. Never tell the truth. Whoever is in front of you, a council, whatever, never tell the truth."
Mm.
And I was like, I mean, okay, cool.
Mm.
And then, yeah, basically, just to sum up, he just said, yeah, never tell the truth. And I remember him driving me home, dropping me off. No, he never drove me home. He had to stay with me for a couple of hours, innit? So we go to this place. It's right beside Tesco's where I live. It's this Italian place. Oh my days, he put me onto Italian food, you know. It's called minestrone soup. This soup that I used to always get every single time we used to go to the Italian places.
Mm.
Minestrone soup. I get that beautiful soup. We chill, laugh, bust jokes. We talk to my dad,
Mm.
FaceTime my dad. He's like, yeah, I just picked up the guy. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we won, Gigi. Waffling to my dad laughing on the phone. I remember it, man. So funny. And then, yeah, I get dropped off home. I missed like half a day of school, so that was gas. And then next day, everyone was gassing me, saying, "Oh my days, you made us miss this period, that period, blah blah blah." I was lucky gas, you know. I felt like that
Miss
guy.
McGlone is bored for that one.
Miss McGlone, that's the fucking bitch's name.
She's bored for that one.
Oh my days. Oh no. This is oh my days. I remember. Saying her name just made the reason why I snitched was because before he asked us to write the note, he said, if no one owns up, I'm gonna have to call the police and they're gonna have to come and talk to you guys. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get in,
Mm.
I'm not trying to get in that much trouble. So let me just. And then, I mean, he fair play. He basically like what's that? It's like a way of. I'm pretty sure niggas talk about it. It's like a way of persuading someone to tell the truth, and he done it to kids. What a dickhead!
Mm.
What a dickhead, man! And then yeah, I sent that note. All of that happened. Oh my days! He was literally about to call feds, bro. Literally about to. I don't know if he was literally about to call feds, but he said he was. I believe him. Oh, and oh my days, and the reason it wasn't that big of a deal was because Jim and Mr. White knew each other. When he came to pick me up, they like laughed for a bit, laughed. Oh my days, Mr. Uncle Jim is that guy, man.
How does he know?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how he.
How does he know Mr. White?
I don't know, bro. Yes, I remember my dad and him when they were talking on the phone afterwards. They were like, "Yeah, that head of year of them is really cool." So he just let it slide. Blah blah blah. He said apparently I was meant to get suspended or some shit, but I just came back next day.
Mm.
Fried times, man, fried times. And after that, oh my days, after that, every single time me and Miss McGlone lock eyes, even after like 5 years later, S6, S5, the most growlest of growls I'd ever receive, ever.
What a bitch.
That's why,
I
bro,
thought she
oh my
was
days, I
nice.
remember you, Jamel, and Amri, I don't know if that was who was in your class. You guys
Yeah,
used to tell me, oh, she's so cool, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what?
yeah.
She's
She's
a
calm.
fuck, yeah. And I'm like, nah, man, she's a what? Nah, man, she
That's
the,
what I just said. I thought she was calm.
what bitch, man.
Also, Uncle Jim is called James.
Sorry?
Uncle Jim is called James.
Yeah, no, it's Jim eight. Yeah, Jim
James.
Jim something Aitken. Nah, yeah, it's
No,
Uncle
James.
Jim Jim.
On Google,
The case
the
it said
court case says James.
James Aitken.
Yeah,
What? What about the ID? Wait.
a fake idea or
Oh, it
something.
is James, Mr. James Irvin Aitken. Yes, James.
Send me it, man. Wasn't it? Wasn't
I don't know. I'm literally looking at it right now in the chat. I don't know why it's not sending.
Send it again.
Can't be arsed.
But yeah, the thing with they killed a security guy in an armed robbery.
What a guy! Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh wow, it cancelled send. Wait, let
It
me.
wasn't him that killed the guy. He was dead, innit?
Oh yeah, that must have been why he got out. Because if he actually killed him, that's life, man. Small world, bro. I'm telling you, very small world. Hearing all those stories from like my dad and shit just like makes me deep it. Like wow, small life, small world. And it was recent, very recent. My dad told me he has cancer.
It's peak, man.
There at 10. Oh my days, what shit. You must have seen me with him. My dad literally gave him his BMW. My dad
Oh,
handed over the BMW to him.
it's in, but I didn't open it because
Yeah, yeah. But
I'm pretty sure
my
you've showed me a photo of him, but
yeah, 100%, 100%.
I
My
don't
dad gave
remember.
him the BMW because he was like, you know, you're looking after my kids. You need it more than me. And he was going through, like, he was about to go through that divorce that time. And then
Yeah,
I literally remember Jim telling me, like, yeah, I had to sell the car that your dad gave me to, like, survive, basically. I mean,
lovely
he's not
Damon, man.
struggling, right? Like, he's still got his connections, still doing whatever business he's doing, God knows. But it's not as hard hitting as it used to be, you know? Of course.
Yeah, man.
But I feel like when my dad left, bro, absolutely every possible thing went downhill. Fuck, man. I died. Bro, I remember, right, when Demi broke up with me, I was still living in that house. Quite deep, to be
Town?
honest. Yeah, that house in town when Demi broke up with me. Zaki, why? Why didn't you just go for it?
I don't know.
Nah.
Why did it hit me so weak?
Because you never hit it. You went through the edge. Anyways, yeah, when Demi broke up with me, we lived in the. I literally still have pictures of the. Anyways.
Bro looks like a madman.
Yeah, he is. He is. One time he shouted at Ahmed, and I actually thought Ahmed was gonna die, bro. I felt so scared for him.
Yeah.
He's a crazy psycho, bro. My dad calls him boss. I mean, even though my dad's like that guy beyond that guy, you know?
What does he stay? Flat 1382 Barton Street. Let me see what that is. G41. What's G41? Let me see.
Tell me what it is.
G41.
But yeah, when Demi broke up with me, I remember sitting at the window. We used to live high up in the flats. Obviously, I'm a child. I'm 12 at the time. God bless me, innit? God bless me.
Let me see what he is. Hold on.
What does it say?
He's he stays in government still.
Still in government, innit? Oh, fair play, man. God bless him.
Stays.
I'm happy I'm not waffling, you know? Thought I'd be waffling.
Yeah, man. He's in government.
Bro, the house he had, that was, oh, I remember the path. I remember my dad used to, when we were driving, my dad used to never tell us where we're going. But there's this little tiny road that we used to go through. It was a two road car, right? So two cars could fit, but it was like very narrow. And we used to drive it, and it was like fields, outside the roads, like it was bushes that were covering the roads, and then outside the roads, massive fields. And every single time we used to go through it, I'd be like, "Oh, we're going to Uncle Jim," and he'd be like, "Yeah, we're going to visit him." Oh man, what a beautiful place! Such a beautiful place, man. Quiet, white everywhere, white people, white people, white people, white rich people. Oh, wow, man.
You said about Demi?
Yeah, when Demi broke up with me, I remember sitting on the edge of the literally edge of the window open, looking down to death, ready to jump.
Bro. What?
Wallahi, looking
That's
down at
embarrassing, bro.
looking
That's so
down
cringe.
at death,
That's so
death,
cringy,
bro.
bro. I'm sorry, that's embarrassing,
And
bro.
then I remember oh my days, this is what topped it off, right? I'm pretty
I'm
sure like
sorry, bro.
a
Bro's
couple
gonna
days
kill himself.
a couple days later,
I'm
right?
sorry, bro.
A couple days later or something, right after our breakup, I was hearing rumors apparently that Demi like nipped Cameron McDougal or was going out with Cameron, something like that.
Mm.
And then I literally like I self-harmed myself and I sent pictures to Cameron saying, "Look what you done." I still have those pictures.
Bro, it's your fault, cause,
I said, "Look what you done," and then Cameron
you
sent back like, "Why would you send me that? That's disgusting."
Really? What did you... Bro didn't even care that you did it. That's
No, he did
disgusting.
not. He did not. I don't think so. He's ever mentioned it in real life ever.
That must be so, like,
At the
embarrassing.
time,
Like,
yeah, imagine.
yeah. No, not even at the time. Oh my god, I went so fast. Like, now, like, imagine you and Cammy spoke about that. That'd be so weird. Oh, you entered the wrong one, bro.
Very wrong one, bro.
Bro, which one is it?
The one to the right of what you went to.
Yeah, got it. Well, why did, yeah, you're gonna kill yourself, but then what?
That's it. That's it. I was looking down at death. I remember that was the first time I've ever contemplated suicide. I
What did
remember
you
it so
do?
vividly.
Nah, that's funny. Bro's gonna kill himself.
Looking down, bro. We lived far up in it, and the feeling. I remember the feeling. I literally like looked down at death, bro. Death, and I was so ready to jump. Oh my days! And you know what made me stop to jump? You know what made me? Oh my days! I remember. Demi
Mm.
Moffat literally. Demi lived right under me. Such a coincidence. Demi's dad lived under me, literally like one floor under me. And occasionally when she'd go stay, her mom and dad was divorced. So occasionally when she'd go stay at her dad, she like text me, "Yo, come downstairs." And then that's when I'm pretty. You must have seen the picture going around of like me chilling with Demi, and I put Future Bay.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Actually.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so cringe, man. God bless me,
Mm.
honestly. God bless me. Yeah, man. She literally texted me or called me, one of the two, and then she told me to come downstairs. She made me feel. She always made me feel better, bro. She was like my everything after that. In school, she like. Anyways, kind of fried life to thinking about it, you know.
Oh, that was crazy, man.
But you know what's crazy? Thinking about it, like about the whole Cameron thing, like her and Cameron, Demi and Cameron. The
Mm.
day, the day after Demi broke up with me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Demi, Robin, and Liam McCusker. Demi Moffat, Robin Williams, and Liam McCusker. They like kind of like fell out with Demi McLean. I'm pretty sure they fell out with her because she dumped me, something like that. But I was close with these people. Anyway, they fell out with her for some reason, and then Demi Moffat invited me to M&D's for her birthday. Go there, spend the whole day with them, and then I stay over at Demi's house, Demi Moffat's house. Right there, I could have lost my virginity. Every single bone in my body told me not to, though, so I didn't. Literally, bro, Demi Moffat's like fresh fanny staring at me. She said, "Come, like, do what you want to do," and then, oh my days, so cringe.
What the fuck?
But anyways, yeah, we were playing. I remember the day after I go M&D's, whatever. I stay over at Demi's house, and she we're all playing truth or dare. One guy, three girls. So
You've
God
got a gold
bless
one
me.
behind you. You've got a gold one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Oh, what? I got there before him. The ping, man, the ping. But yeah, we're playing truth or dare. I nip Leah and Demi. Me and Robin like refused to nip each other because we were like brother and sister at the time. It felt like we were so close, bro, so close. And then yeah, I touched Robin's tits though. I touched her tits. I touched Leah's tits. Nipped Demi, nipped Leah. And I remember they were judging me. They were like, "Let me see if you're a good nip." I don't know if, because I never actually nipped Demi McLean. I just like snogged. Oh my days! I remember they called it snogged. I snogged Demi. It's like where you nip someone with no tongue. Holy shit, cringy times, man. Yeah, I only ever snogged Demi, and I told that to them, and they're like, "Okay, let's see how good you are at nipping then." And then they were like, I was literally in the middle, switching between Leah and Demi. Leah and Demi. Leah and Demi. Holy shit, man. And Demi was fucking horny. So horny. Like after the truth and dare or whatever, we were like play fighting or something, and then Demi opens her probably yeah, first and last time I ever seen another like other than like my little sister or anyone relatives, first time I've seen a vagina. Other than yeah. First and last, I've never seen a vagina since.
Why did she like show take it out?
Cause she wanted to like she said like fuck me basically.
In front of everyone or
Yeah,
what?
we're literally, and then Robin Williams was like, "Ah, oh, Danny, what the fuck?
Well, you're
How
gonna
you?"
fuck in front of everyone.
I mean, bro, we were so comfortable with each other at the time. Like, we're
What
literally
the
playing
fuck?
truth or dare. Like, you're not in truth or dare. Like one hand Robin tits, spin the ball again, grab Leah's tits, spin the ball
Spin the
again,
battle. Spin the fucking battle.
spin the ball, spinning
Spin the
and
fucking
spinning,
battle.
kissing,
Reload it.
kissing.
Reload it.
Holy shit, man! It was nuts, honestly. And thinking
Bro
about
must
it,
have had
bro.
a boner, man.
No. That's what I was about to say. Wallah, I was about to say that. Thinking about it, I was so no. The reason why I didn't have a boner was because I was so fucking heartbroken at the fact that I broke up with Demi. So even when I was nipping them and doing all of this shit, this whole time I'm thinking about Demi doing everything. Throughout
Man,
all of it,
fuck
I'm just
Demi,
thinking
man.
about Demi, thinking about Demi, thinking about Demi.
Demi's ugly as fuck.
And then after that, yeah, the closest thing I got to a female after that was Jay Warden. Like no, not female. Closest thing I got to a relationship after that was Jay Warden. Me and her were
That's
like,
not delicious.
we were a thing. Basically, we were officially a thing with everyone, and like everyone knew we were a thing. We went out basically, but then she went out to this party. I literally remember it. I was staying at Kyle Cameron. You know Kyle Cameron, the year below us. I
Yeah.
was staying at his house. Oh my days, bro. We were so close, me and him. God bless him, honestly. I don't even know what happened, how we became like weird. It just felt weird after. I don't know what happened. But me, Kyle Cameron, we're staying over at his house. God bless his dog. His dog's name's Teddy. Oh God, man. So many memories are flying through right now. But
Bro,
yeah,
just keep going, man.
just well, I could. Bro, I need to write a book. I can't lie. I need to write a book. I was even telling my dad this, he needs to write a book. And I swear we just need to write books, bro. Books are sick, honestly. Um, but yeah, I'm staying at Cal Cameron's house. I get a text from I think so it was Jay, that she's at this party, right? And during this, like, before all of this, like, yeah, I was always going at Jay's house. No, not at Jay's house. I was always seeing Jay. We went out, nipping, like, the closest thing we got to, like, nipping. I've never received anything other than nipping. I've never fingered. I've never, yeah, just nip. But I've done, it was like, oh my days. Demi McLean actually fucked with me. So many memories are coming through right now. Anyways, let me finish this memory first. So yeah, Jay Warden is at this party, and I get a text that apparently she nipped someone. And then I threaten Demi McLean. I tell Demi McLean, oh my days, so many fucking memories. I tell Demi McLean, if you don't tell me the truth, if Jay Warden nipped this person or not. I am going to tell the person she was going out with was Jay Lachlan at the time. I'm going to tell Jay Lachlan about all the things that we done. Me
What
and
did you
Demi,
do?
right? Let me tell you what we done. So this was way after. I'm pretty sure like a year after everything. Like Demi Moffat, me going up to Demi Moffat's house, Leah, all of that.
After
So
we
there was a
broke.
moment before where she was me, Demi, the other Demi, and Robin, I think, were all at Demi Moffat's house. Demi Moffat's house in Poso was like the hangout spot. We used to always go
Was
there and
this
sleep
was this
over.
when you and Demi were going out or
No, no, no.
after?
We broke up. We broke up a year later or something. This is what I mean, bro. She really like she still had me under her hook after everything.
Mm, mm.
Oh my days, it's so crazy thinking about it. Like even like a month after,
Yes, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
innit, I could actually go for days, bro. Innit, these
Yeah,
stories are
one
interesting,
year after.
innit?